Right, sorry about that. I've got my cup of tea, which I'm super fucking happy about, but it's too hot for me to drink, so I've got to wait. Fuck. So yeah, what was I doing? I've got to use a dog whistle, because I've got to find a dog, and by proxy I've then got to find the dog's owner, so cool. That's what we're doing. Where is the little shit? There he is. Hello, Rexus. Rexus bounces back and forth under your hand. He looks like he wants you to follow. I should see where he wants to go. Wants to go poop, don't you, Rexus? Let's go. Alright, and we're off. Let's see what this little bastard wants. Right, I'm gonna chance it. Ah, fuck me up. That was really hot. Shouldn't have done that. Fine. Oh. So this dog is leading me towards death, which isn't ideal. Ooh. Hello. That's the other little mate I was looking for. There we go. Cool.
In the storm. It was unnatural. I saw colors I've never seen before. I drifted for hours on a plank. I thought I was dead. Just give me a second.
Bullshit. He went out on the lash, he got fucking hammered. I'm just gonna go check out this rock because on top of it looking awesome, it is also like a discovery point, like a lookout point, which you get experience for and it contributes towards achievements, so... And there we go. Is there anything useful in here? Nope. Cool. What level? Oh, rank 20? What? Really? Fucking Ada. Alright, whatever. You know, I'm going to replace that because as much as I like the minions, they're just not viable in terms of what I want to be doing. Daedric Curse. I just don't have much. I just don't have much love for Daedric summoning, so. Soul magic. Okay. Cool. Let's get the fuck back out there. I found her mates, which is great, so that'll make her happy. Now I've got to go burn some supplies over here. So we'll mount up and haul our soul that way. Man, it's really fucking irritating that there's only like one way shrine here, otherwise I could just teleport around and that, but... Sick. Alright, so I've got to go burn these supplies. Hopefully that should take me to the next part of this quest, which is eventually going to lead to me kind of like evacuating everyone away from this place, so... Do I want to wear that? Part of me says yes. Yeah, we'll wear it. We'll wear it. Why isn't my helm displaying? Hide helmet. Oh. That is so bizarre. Let me just try a quick reload. It's so weird, I didn't actually notice that my helm was being hidden for some bizarre... Oh, it's because it's got a fucking costume on. Ugh. That's why. So if we go here and then unequip. There we go. Wow, I just look like some sort of gimp Magneto. Which, if that's the look you're going for, then good for you. But that is definitely not the look my badass sorcerer is going for, so... Fuck. Time for more tea, I think. Oh, God. I don't know if I like that or not. I think it was one of my best. I mean, not one of my best. So yeah, this is where I've got to destroy the supplies. So I'll burn this bollocks. Let's have a little goosey ganders over here. I've also got something from the soul tree in my skill bar. And the reason being is you can actually get some pretty good perks from them. The one that I've got at the moment, if I've got any empty soul gems, which are used to either revive you or recharge enchantments and weapons, you can buy them, but it's good to kind of make your own supply, to be honest. The spell I've got at the moment, if I kill something within X amount of time, I've got an empty soul gem, it fills a soul gem, which is pretty cool. You can then get some perks by where once every 2 hours or hour, you can basically resurrect yourself without using them, which is pretty cool. So that's why I've got it in my bar, because I just want to use it. I think they're super fucking handy. So, is that it? Did I do it? Oh, I'll go to this area. Ugh. So there's some tasty loot down here. I'll nick this shit. If nothing else, I can just use it for crafting and whatnot. Fuck yeah. So now I've got to investigate Sky Shroud Barrow. It looks like there is a quest giver down here, so we'll go see what this guy wants.
Something has to be done about these undead.
Interesting fact for you. Well, it's not that interesting. That voice actor who features in this game, as well as some other MMOs quite a lot, is actually the same guy that voices Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. He's also Lorewalker Chow, or Cho, in World of Warcraft as well, if you would play that game. So I did tell you it wasn't going to be that interesting. So did kind of warn you a bit. I've got to go do something about the undead, right? Cool. See if you've began to notice the burst damage versus the sword on the sorcerer now that I've got destruction staff mixed with some other spells is next to bloody ridiculous, to be fair. Like, once you get once you get a target down to what is it, like 20% health, that lightning strike that you have deals a burst amount of damage to it and to anything around it. So yeah, it's definitely a super fucking handy skill to have slotted in. Yeah, man, he it's kind of annoying though, because he basically voices everything in this fucking game. And you do end up hearing his voice quite a lot. But yeah, he voiced like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, and like, well, he took over as Winnie the Pooh because obviously the original voice actor died. But yeah, that guy's massive. Does loads of stuff. He's basically like I don't know, the fucking Tom Hardy of the voice acting world. Maybe even more so than Troy Baker. Always get his name wrong, but.
You dare summon me? Can you comprehend the power I once had? Why should I help you with anything? Yes, I can sense them. Some worm defiled this place. You are now my will incarnate, mortal. Enter the barrow and kill this worm. You need to ask that. Once everyone you...
Yeah, Dragon Priest is sick. Unfortunately, unless I'm wrong, which could be likely, I don't actually think there's any kind of Dragon Priest like masks you can get in this game. From a lore standpoint, that, you know, kind of makes sense. They are supposed to be these incredibly powerful magical objects, so it kind of wouldn't make any sense to have like hundreds of fucking characters running around wearing them. But Chris, yeah, I am playing on EU. I'm glad you've dived into it. Ebonheart Pact is definitely the fucking right faction to go with. They're basically the rejects of society. It's naturally, obviously, why I was attracted to them. But I hope you enjoy it, man. If you do have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I'm not an expert, but I do know a couple of things, so... Shit. Yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, there were some scaling issues yesterday, like a huge bug with the game. And it meant that you were basically getting one-hitted by like fucking mud crabs and shit. In fact, in the chat, I saw people looking for groups to take on mud crabs just for fun. I mean like the full shebang, like tanks and healers and stuff. It was pretty funny. I'd like to think they fixed it, but just some of these enemies seem to be like a lot harder than they should be, so I don't know if they have. But fuck it, we're committed. Have to go through it now. Cool, so I've got to get these other runestones, and should be able to open up the way into the tomb. I can't even remember why the fuck I'm supposed to be going in there now. I'm sure it's a pretty important reason, but... There's a little chesty boots over there, I'll just grab that. Alright, sick. For those of you who are wondering, they kind of like last year, or might have been the year before, I can't remember, they added in like Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild stuff, so you can actually unlock like a whole skill line by where you're doing stuff to do with stealing and sneaking around and fucking killing people as well, which is pretty awesome. It does obviously really benefit you if you have a stamina build to go along with those things, which I don't, but yeah, it is super fun. I've done quite a bit of my night blade. I feel like it's kind of the obvious and natural kind of class to play that with, but... Go on, you little twat. There we go. Yeah, Chris, that's totally cool, man. In fact, let me see if I can get it. That there is my user ID. Feel free to add me. In fact, anyone, if you're playing on EU, feel free to add me. I'm always up for playing with new people, and I'm taking a bit of a risk here by putting that out. So if you do add me and you do grief me, I will fucking take the piss out of you horrifically. Just as a warning. That's not to you, Chris. That's just to like anyone in general that decides they want to add me in grief. But yeah, cool. Hello from Argentina. I've never been, but I heard it's a pretty cool place. So I'm from the fucking UK, to be honest. So anywhere out of here looks nice. In fact, I used to live near a little town called Aldershot. We call that Aldershot if you live in the area. It's basically like a fucking horrible little military town where on a night out it will be kind of common for you to bang into those mum-daughter sort of combos that are looking for a young red-blooded male to take home and ruin their life for the evening. But you didn't ask for that life story, but I gave it to you anyway, so. Cool, so I've got all the fucking... No, I haven't. I'm missing one. Ugh. I've got to get this one more runestone and then I can go inside that little shrine and do the thing that I was supposed to do. I think someone's defiling a shrine or something like that. I can't really remember. Okay, cool. That's that guy taken care of. So now we'll go deal with this slightly harder mob. Pick up the runestone, go in the tomb, sort out that little prick that's defiling the shrine, and away we go. Oh no, I've just reset him. Fucking idiot. I'm so stupid. In games like WoW, it's quite easy to gauge like the kiting distance before a mob resets. In this game, I swear it just fucking changes every time I play it, but I'm just trying to make excuses for why I'm so fucking stupid, so. Come on, you little cheeky beaky. Boom. Cool, there we go. So now I can get this little bastard and take it with me. Milton Keynes, yeah, I haven't been that way in ages. Yeah, I mean, I lived in Aldershot and like stuff for some time. I mean, it was one of those places that I kind of like, I learned to love it while I was there, but I probably wouldn't move back, to be honest, but... Sick. Alright, we'll put these buggers down, and hopefully that should open up the way into the shrine. Now, if any of you have seen the new trailer for the Morrowind expansion that's coming out in June, let me know what you think. I'm actually pretty up for it. I know like quite a lot of older Elder Scrolls fans are very, very jaded about any of the other games that isn't Morrowind. I know it's actually one of the fan favourites, even ahead of Oblivion, and especially Skyrim. I know that a lot of them kind of actually refuse to acknowledge the existence of any of the other Elder Scrolls games. That being said, I think it looks fucking awesome. I'm really, really stoked to go back and relive some of the nostalgia. I must have been like 14, I think, when I first played Morrowind. And it was fucking sick.
You fulfilled your purpose. Well done, work.
Search for evidence. Okay. Scroll of banishment. Huh. That's a really weird thing to write down. Gotta go look for evidence. It's just like this necromancer's like, "Dear diary, today I did some bad stuff. Went to visit my mum. Raised a couple of dead people, was alright. We'll update tomorrow." Fucking weird.
The undead are gone. What did you do? The Covenant here? Troll's blood. I have to warn the village. I'll head back. See if you can find it.
Again, all the moment, but whatever. Cool. So now, all I need to do is go back and talk to Moller. That was like one, if you remember, who had her mates that turned into like skeevers and that. So I'll go back and talk to them, and I should be able to evacuate the village then. So. Well, I'll just grab this maple. So yeah, if you're an ESO Plus subscriber, one of the questions I do get asked a lot is like, do you have to sub, and what are the benefits of subbing? Well, there's a couple of things. I wouldn't say it kind of gives you a unfair advantage over other players. But yeah, one of the things you get hold of is this craft bag, which in my opinion is actually just worth the sub itself. Because all the crafting materials that you get, instead of it kind of being hoarded up inside your inventory, it goes into this craft bag, which if, like me, you're a fucking idiot when it comes to inventory management, is an absolute godsend. Secondly, this craft bag is available across all of your characters. So if you want to hoard different materials, you don't have to worry about storing them in your bank for your other characters to use. They're just available at any time from this bag. Which is pretty fucking ace. Another thing you get as well is like, I think a 10% increase to experience and to your gold collection as well, which is pretty sick. And there's something else as well. I think you get access to like all the DLC that's available, with the exception of Morrowind. So yeah, it's pretty rad. But that being said, if you want to play the game and you don't want to sub, like you totally don't have to. You're not really going to be fucking losing out on anything if you don't, other than the things that I mentioned. So there isn't like a pay-to-win format, contrary to what some people will fucking tell you. So. Yeah, I think Morrowind's going to be ace.
And they're not furry anymore.
But to be brutally honest, like I've been a WoW player now for 6 years, and I still play quite a lot now. However, one thing that really winds me up about it is end game sort of raiding is a very exclusive market in that game, and by what I mean in that is if you want to enjoy any elements of the game. Outside of normal raiding, the requirements that are set for you, especially with the legendary stuff in this current expansion, is just
find as many people as you can and
just fucking go. It's a little bit too much, to be honest. A lot of guilds, a lot of pug groups will expect you to have legendaries. They want you to have too high gain. It relies too much on RNG, and that's kind of why I took a break and I kind of returned to ESO. The end level kind of veteran stuff is quite hard, and obviously there are kind of natural requirements and builds that people will prefer you to have in order to be better at it. But that being said, I think people tend to be a lot more lenient and a little bit more carefree when it comes to more like the casual sort of like end game shit in this game. So that's kind of why I returned, and that is why I prefer this game in some aspects to WoW. But I do think they are very, very different beasts from one another. So. I do sometimes just go out on massive external monologues that no one asks for, just as like a, just as a forewarning. Now that third ability that I've got on my bar, I haven't actually used it much yet. It's called, Crystal Shard. The reason being is it has a pretty long cast time considering what it does. However, once you're able to morph the skill and you use it with Lightning Strike, it does actually proc, and when it procs you get an instant cast on it, and that's when it becomes really fucking useful. That's really kind of you, Chris. I have been harking on about getting it up to 500, so I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Everyone loves an even number, but you gotta love those odd numbers as well, obviously. So. Oh no. Cool. So for those of you that have stuck around this long, thank you very much for joining me as I hauled arse all across Tamriel. If you have just joined me, again, thanks a lot for clicking on that icon and checking me out. If you're kind of stuck for time and you haven't really, you want to know a little bit more about YSO, know if it's worth getting back into, shameless plug, but it is my stream. I did actually do a video called The Elder Scrolls Online, Is It Any Good Yet? Which is a video in my playlist. You can have a quick look at it. I did it like last week, and it is a 5-minute roundup of what the game is like now, just as a summary. So if you want to check that out and have a look, if you don't want to watch a stream or you're stuck for time, then by all means do it. I'm not biased towards this game. I will call it out on its faults, but so far I'm having a blast. So. Oh really? Haha, how weird is that? Yeah, like I returned to the game about a month ago, and I just installed it on a whim, and I was surprised by how much they'd actually changed since the game first came out. And yeah, I run a small YouTube channel, so I just decided that I'd do a small video about it. But yeah, I think they've made so many improvements with the game. I still think there's some things they do need to work on. But overall, yeah, it's awesome. Definitely one of the most sort of like well-progressed MMOs on the market at the moment. So.
The soldiers, I can make it. Thank you.
Wait for that little mate to get out of here. Right, I'm gonna nick that. Because even if I can't use it, I can sell it. Yeah, exactly, Briss. And you know what? I think other games could certainly benefit from that. I know that I keep bringing it up all the time, but in Legion they've obviously tried to do that with the Broken Isles by allowing you to go wherever, whenever, and I honestly think the rest of that game could certainly benefit from level scaling. Obviously with stuff that they've been doing with level scaling, like the pre-Legion invasions and stuff like that, I think they're probably experimenting with trying to do that, but yeah, the boost this game's gotten from it. You can do quests. If you get fucking bored with an area, you can go to another area. If you decide not to turn some shit in until later on, it's not going to affect your XP because it's going to scale the XP that you get from it. And I just think it's like a really forward and intuitive way of sort of putting a game together. You can also cross-faction play as well. So say for example, I've got a friend that likes to play on the Daggerfall Covenant. I can actually do dungeons and play with him, which is awesome. I think it's such a good idea. I don't get why just because you're on different factions it doesn't mean you can't hook up with other people. I don't even think from a lore perspective that doesn't make much sense why you can't do that. So yeah, definitely 100% a lot of progressive shit that they've done with this game. So
Pirani told us to run. I thought of the water and all those calm days. And yes, my family.
cool. All right, so I've evacuated everyone, and now we get to haul our soul through these tombs and get out of here. And then it's going to take us to the main sort of like actual proper starter zone where we're going to begin our main quest as well. So.
Two switches will shut these traps off. We need to hit them.
That woman is fucking useless. She's like the captain of the guard in that. She's done basically dick all. It's kind of help people get out rather than just standing around and telling me to do everything. So.
Daj, bring them through.
Yeah, man. There's actually some really well thought out quests in the game. You'll come across ones as well where you have to make a choice, and the choice won't largely affect like the outcome of the game, but it maybe affects how that story arc wraps up. And you do get that quite a lot. You know, you'll have story arcs that in itself will feel like a main story. And then of course you've got like the Fighters Guild story, the Mages Guild story, and then the main story as well. That's not including all the expansions. In terms of the quest, there is a lot to do here. And you do of course get like the run-of-the-mill ones where it's like go here and fucking kill this, and you know, could you go like find my fucking pig because I lost it. But yeah, there's some really well written quests in this game, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, exactly. I think like one of the best things you could do with this game is just fuck about with it. Like at the moment, I'm doing pretty much like a cookie cutter sorcerer. I've got a staff. I'm wearing like light armor.
This way.
But I'd really encourage you to mess around with builds in this game and don't maybe look up for certain builds online. Playing as like a Nightblade and the Sorcerer tank was one of my favourite things to do when this game first came out. And that is literally like being a sorcerer wearing full on fucking plate armour with a sword and shield, and it is so much fun. So just experiment and see what kind of shit you can come up with. That is the best advice I can give you when playing this game, to be honest. So.
Meet you on the other side of that door.
God, she's fucking useless.
The cove should be just beyond this door. I'll go on ahead.
Right, okay, so we're gonna get these refugees, and then basically, yeah, get out of this place and go to the next area. If they, yeah, okay, there they are. Fucking hell, come on. Cool. Another thing in game as well is much like the other Elder Scrolls games, you can become a vampire or a werewolf, which is pretty rad. I would choose carefully which one you want to go down. You don't have to, but yeah, vampire builds naturally kind of levitate towards magicka builds, and by that principle, the werewolves will naturally gravitate towards stamina builds. You will see people advertising werewolf and vampire bites in game. I cannot stress enough how important it is that you don't buy them, because for every person that tries to sell you a vampire or werewolf bite, there will be like another 3 people that will quite happily just give it to you for free. Myself being one of those people. If you do play on EU, then by all means, like, drop me a message once again for free. You can do the quest to initiate at any point. So yeah, feel free to add me and let me know, and if it's available, I'll fucking bite you in the nicest way possible. So
We sprint. If we act quickly, we might be able to alert Darwin's watch before the Covenant ships arrive. You ready? Go to the watchtower, just past the village of Dalmora. Tell the soldiers there to light the signal. I'm going to rally folks here and in Dalmora. Get the battle ready, Musk. Get to the watchtower as soon as you can.
right, okay, so chuck another point of magicka into there. Cool. I do have some champion points to spend as well. However, I don't want to over confuse the game, so I'll explain this properly at another point. But once you get a max level character, every time you level up, you basically get to level 50, and then you then progress through champion points. So you basically start from 0 and it goes through to 200 and something, I think. And every time you gain a champion point, you can then use these champion points on any of your other characters to boost yourself in magicka, in health, in stamina. It is really, really cool, and there's some kind of interesting builds you can do with it. However, I will leave that for another time, new players. But it is fucking rad, and I will definitely explain it sometime. So
I've lost my family. I don't know what I'll do.
Apparently, fucking sit around doing nothing is what you're doing about it. But
There were scary noises in the fields.
600 CP, cool. All right, that's massively more
worried about them.
than I thought it was. But yeah, cool. Cheers, thanks for that, John.
They're too frightened. Of course. Guar are noble creatures, and they're hard workers. You've got to find them. Here, take some stinkweed.
Oh yeah, this is the guy who's like fucking obsessed with Guar. 2 weeks ago. So it's effectively player housing. You can get a house for yourself, your friends can come check it out. You can even have like a guild type house, and you can choose who can go in and who can't go in, which is pretty nifty. I'm broke as shit, in real life and in this fucking game, would you believe? So I can't really get a proper decent. So yeah, there we go. This is kind of what the player housing looks like. This is just like a kind of preview one. You can make it look however you want. You start off with things that are literally super fucking small, and then you can get stuff that is ridiculous. Like you have like a whole outside area, upper level, ground level, basement level, and they go for around like 3.5 million gold, or you can buy them with crown points if you're that way inclined. But it's not really for me. Like, I think player housing is cool, and I know there's some people out there that definitely appreciate that kind of stuff, but it's just not something I'm super like mad about. So I'll go to the fucking watchtower now, like, and pick up those other quests in a bit. cool. So let's search this fucker and see what's going on. Oh wow, good thing someone left the book on the floor explaining the story that I missed out on, so... Rad. Okay, cool. So yeah, okay, I've done that. Now I can go and find these Guar and send it back to that weird Guar man. So they can have like wild Guar sex or whatever it is he does with them.
I curse the word dagger. I'd show these dryskins, had I one of my own.
Ha! Of course you are, love. That's why you're hiding in a bush.
Covenant scouts are burning the fields. We were working the crops and they started killing. Please. There are others with me out here. Batuas, Vudilal, and Noluaza.
Oh man, holy shit. Yeah, my I don't know why, but my magicka regeneration rate just seems to be absolutely fucking abysmal at the moment. And I like I said, I don't know if that scaling issue they had yesterday is still a thing. Although to be honest, my attributes say that it isn't, so I don't know. Maybe I've just got worse at the game. I wouldn't rule that out.
You don't wear the lion crest. Please, hell. With your aid, moist one.
Okay. I guess he would have never have gone back to town unless someone told him to do it, weirdly.
Please, my scales are slick. Don't send me to sea.
Yeah, the graphics in this game are pretty rad. Some of the areas can look pretty bland, but for the most part, like, you know, you do come across some really cool shit. In fact, there's a couple of places in Rothgar, which is one of their expansions, that are just like the delves, so like the mini sort of public instances you can do. And yeah, the shit that you come across in there in terms of like the backdrops and the scenery is it's fucking awesome. They've done a really, really good job with the graphics in this game.
The Covenant is everywhere. I think
I also know that there is a DirectX 12 build being worked on as well, which would be ace because a lot of MMOs tend to be very, very CPU intensive. So obviously having the build that kind of helps to remove the CPU overhead would be a massive benefit. That's why you have games like Guild Wars 2 is fucking notorious for it. In fact, that CPU overhead hang is just abysmal. You can have like a top system. Oh, go on, you dickhead. But if you haven't overclocked, or in some cases even if you have overclocked, that can sometimes affect MMO performance massively. But yeah, it just shows that they're still working on the game, they still love the game. And I think that's massively important when you're choosing to like invest how much time you play in an MMO, so... Where's the guy I need to speak to? Okay, cool.
Need a blade? I hope not. I don't have any to spare. I'm fresh out. Bit of an accident in the storeroom with a lantern, I'm afraid. Suddenly, no more kindle. Check the dockyards. Laneem just offloaded a fresh...
Okay, cool. Oh, there's a sky shard over here and a way shrine as well. So I might as well just get those, and then we can head out and look for that Gua and complete that quest. If you have stuck around for this long, then thanks very much. My name's Jordan, and I basically run Cult Geek. It's just a really like small community, and I play a lot of different games. I play a lot of early access games, so I guess I get to make the financial plunge before you guys do, and then I'll tell you whether or not it's kind of it's worth investing in. And I do like opinion views as well, and different videos about games that I revisit and play. So if you'd like to check them out, that'd be rad. If you're also that way inclined as well, I do have some links below to help me out. I mean, I work full time. I don't really do these for any financial reason, but helping out for like the licensing shit that I use for music and stuff like that is always like massively appreciated. But I actually just enjoy having you guys here and talking to me, so I don't have to like talk to a fucking blank screen by myself. So alright, here's Cookie. Fucking Corky, my eyes are going, man. Ugh. Now I know with the new DLC that they're adding for Morrowind, they're calling them chapters.
You did go, friend.
It's already been mentioned in the chat anyway, but if I show you on the map really quickly, obviously we got we basically got Morrowind, which is obviously basically fucking missing from the game, but we do have this area here, which is part of Skyrim. Now at the moment we've got East March and the Rift available, and then a giant gaping hole here where there isn't any actual content yet. So I'm hoping, they said they want to do a chapter a year, which is a pretty ambitious kind of statement to make, and I suppose it really depends on exactly how much content they're looking to kind of pump into these things. But I'm hoping that these other areas here, where obviously you can't highlight it because there's nothing there, gets filled out, which means, you know, we could see the rest of Skyrim. I know Skyrim isn't the kind of fan favourite, but Skyrim for me was actually where I fell in love with the series again. So yeah, I'd love to see more fucking Skyrim. Fuck it, I really enjoyed that game. So plus, like, as much as I hate to say it, there was nothing worse than playing like Oblivion and Morrowind. And you know, you shoot a fucking mud crab in the face with a bow and arrow. Like, you watch that arrow go into its face. There is nothing worse than the game saying you missed. Fucking so irritating. So I mean, like, you know, I just found Skyrim more enjoyable at times, but please don't hate me. Yeah, like during the live stream that Zenimax did the other week, Benji, where they talked about Morrowind, they sort of briefly mentioned it then. However, the sort of like head director put out a blog, which is still on the Zenimax website that you can look at, where it talks a little bit about the chapters and the direction for the game and where they want it to go. And you know, that's one of the things they mentioned, was they want to try and do a chapter every year. It's not a massive read, it is a little bit of a wall of text, but definitely if you're interested in where this game is going, I would recommend you check it out. Don't think by any means I was poo-pooing on the dice roll mechanics. I get that people like it, just I don't know, I kind of enjoy the more real-time side of things, I guess, but it's probably because I'm just a bit of a pleb, really, so I wouldn't take my word too strongly over it, so... Right. I mean, to be honest, yeah, there's no real point in making anything else at this moment. It would just be a waste of resources. I don't think it would hurt to maybe make a better staff, because the game is just fucking me on RNG at the moment. I'm not getting anything meta, so... Let's go for an ice staff. Why not? And I should have some... This is such a waste. I shouldn't be doing this, but whatever. I can get these things for like 2 a penny. Was going to go down very well with people, but I'm glad you watched it, so thanks very much, and it's nice to meet you too. Cool, so while I'm here I'm just going to deconstruct some of this stuff. It's not things that I'm going to use on this character, but like I said, this shit is just going to go straight into my ESO craft bag that I can use across other characters, so it's not going to be like a massive waste. See what else I can do. Alright, cool. That's it for now, I guess. I might look at just grabbing a quick enchant. This, like, honestly, I wouldn't, if I were, like, you know, if you're starting out new on this game, I honestly wouldn't recommend you do what I'm doing and splash out on resources and shit like this on these kind of things, because it really at this level is not fucking worth it. I'm just a bit of a dickhead, to be honest. That's why I'm doing it. I can't be any more honest about it than that, so yeah, I mean, Jay, I mean, I started playing during like the closed beta that they did, and I actually enjoyed it a lot, to the point where I ended up pre-ordering like the Imperial edition, and I thought it was really rad. Like, from what I played, it was really fun, but you know, after a few months in, a lot of problems started sinking in. End game, there wasn't really much going on. However, I came back a few months ago, and they've changed so much in such a positive way, and there's even more bigger changes coming up. So I think they've done enough to keep my attention for now, and they've certainly done a good job of that. So cool. I look like an absolute tosser, to be honest, and you know what, I fucking made my mind up. I'm getting rid of that chest. I know it's giving me a bit of increase on the kills. In fact, I'm gonna deconstruct that and research it, because that could definitely come in handy at some point, so cool. Sick. I'm really sorry, I just had to get rid of it. Man, that looks even worse. Oh, I look so fucking stupid. Whatever. It's fine. I think it's the Magneto helm. I think the Magneto helm is, as much as I hate to say it, it's basically just ruining. Fuck it, yeah, fine. Fine. I'm worrying about things that I really should not be worrying about. Jay, I've been, I guess I've been playing MMOs since I was about 13. So, I mean, without giving too much away here, that's like, yeah, it's like 16 years ago. I've been playing MMOs on and off. I haven't been playing MMOs for 16 years. I just started playing them 16 years ago. But I play a lot of WoW, dabbled with Guild Wars 1 and 2 quite a bit. I tried WildStar, which I enjoyed for the most part, but the developers of that game are really, really good at one thing, and that is not listening to what their fans have to say about the game, so I gave up with that. But yeah, I've enjoyed playing quite a few MMOs over the years. So I'm just reading through this. My webcam is sitting right in front of the way of the chat, so if you ever see my head dip down like this, it's not like a weird tick or anything. I've just got this in the fucking way because I'm an idiot with where I placed it. So, cool. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading through what you guys are writing. So therefore my face just naturally just zoned out. I feel like this sorcerer should be like riding a flaming horse. I think that is the kind of thing a sorcerer would be using. Let's get my little wraith out as well. There we go.
Looking for rations. Keep going down the river, friend. Everything here is spoken for. Raiders in Balfoyen. Take the Kindle pitch. Zuth. You go.
Okay, cool. So I need to go over to the right, but I might as well just grab this way shrine. I don't think I'm ever going to use this way shrine. However, it is like a little bit of extra XP, so... Ah, dude, being a bit of a dick is awesome. I think everyone should be a bit of a dick. Makes life a lot more interesting. Just don't be a complete dick, and you're fine. I think that is probably the best, advice you can give anyone. Be a bit of a dick, but don't go full dick. So. Right, so now I can upgrade this. And now this is where Crystal Fragment starts actually being useful. Because, as I said earlier, it did have a cast time, 1 second. I know it doesn't sound like a huge amount, but it can be an absolute ball ache if you're in the middle of combat and you're trying to use it. However, my other magical abilities now have the chance to make it proc, and therefore be an instant cast, which is obviously rad. So now I'm going to hopefully start using it a bit more of an active ability.
I fear she's been eaten by Nyx hounds. I'm terrified of them. She made me a flute.
Ha! Yeah, I do swear quite a lot. And in fact, I've had some people come onto my videos and almost tell me off for it a little bit, but I don't really care. I should probably chill out a little bit sometimes, but fuck it. It's just a word. Oh no, I was supposed to find that woman. It's fine. She'll make her own way back, probably. Probably. Yeah, I'll try to be me. Oh yes, Rakuta. Have some of that. I know I think it's Kota is like the yellow variant, and they I think it's Kota or Kuta. They go for about 3,000, which is pretty rad. Talking about prices and shit as well. When I first started playing ESO, I didn't dabble around too much with, you know, I didn't dabble around too much with add-ons and shit. However, there are some pretty sweet add-ons you can get for this game. In fact, you know what, fuck it, I'll just tell you what I've got so far. Haven't got too many. Master Merchant is one that I would super fucking recommend. The reason being is because unlike certain other games like WoW, this game doesn't actually have an all-inclusive auction house system. You do have guild traders and shit like that, but it doesn't really account for most of the market. And what Master Merchant does is it looks across all sources that you have available. Now you can be in up to 5 guilds in the game. I would recommend, it's completely up to you, I would recommend getting yourself in maybe 2 like PvE or social or PvP guilds, and then finding yourself 2 or 3 trade guilds to get yourself involved in with, you know, big numbers. Because what Master Merchant will do is it will look at the sales of items across all 3. Yeah, guild haul yourself out, why not? Looking across all 3 or 2, whatever, how many different trade guilds are in, and it will then tell you what the price is of the item that you've got. So I'll just quickly show you now, because why not? If I look at my crafting shit, for example, now it says here that there's been 101 sales over 29 days, and this item goes for 72 gold most of the time. If we look at something more common, like, fucking hell. Okay, grain solvent, not that common, but again, you get the idea. It tells you that's the kind of baseline that it goes for. So when you come across shit and you're wondering how much it should go for, people will try and undercut you and say, oh yeah, that fucking hide is worth 6 gold. Tells you that no, actually people sell it for like 8 gold an item. So it's definitely like super fucking worth getting hold of. I used a couple of UI ones as well. I did use Foundry Tactical Combat for a while, but I found that the UI elements were a little bit too intrusive for my liking. Who do I help? Do I help Rana or do I help Daj? On one side, I think helping Rana is the more morally right thing to do, but Rana's also a fucking bit of a dick, who kind of didn't really help me in the last zone. So I'm gonna throw a moral coin up in the air and just let you guys decide for me. Sorry, because. You know what? I think I may just go save Dodge, because I just don't like Rana. It's kind of it's as black and white as that, really. So, ha, yeah, totally. Fuck it, fuck Rana. Right, let's go check out this little cheeky beaky in the fort and hopefully save these people. Now, unfortunately, I've got to end the stream in about 10 minutes because I've got to make dinner. As much as I love playing games, I also need to eat as well, which is an unfortunate sort of circumstance of life, but that is what I have to do. However, I will be playing later on this evening, probably in about an hour and a half, 2 hours time. So if you have had fun, or you just want to watch my stupid little face pull stupid little faces, then feel free to join me then. Still don't know what I'm going to make for
Opening
dinner.
portals inside the fort.
My culinary skills are pretty lacking, so I did actually manage to fuck up a pot noodle once, so... Cool, yeah, insta-proc. It's now fucking useful. Chris, my username is up there. I would put it in the stream, but then it's easier for people to find it if it's in the description. And I don't mind randoms adding me, but I expect grief. I have had it before, so. Wee, breakfast whiskey was it? Yeah. See, that crystal shard is now so much more useful when it procs. Sorry, I just brain farted. Yeah, it's so much more useful when it procs. Having an ability like that on your cast bar, especially when you're like running away from people or kiting, just makes the sort of rotation feel a lot more fucking fluid, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you know what, I used to fucking love drinking, and I'm not that large, but I used to be able to drink like a modest amount, I think, for my size, but truth be told, I haven't had a drink in 6 months, it might be longer, not for any reason. I haven't gone on like a alcohol hating spree. I didn't have a drinking problem, I guess life got in the way. And now I'm afraid that if I drink again, it won't take me much to get hammered. So, where is the fucking last portal, man? Ugh. Oh, here we go. Some little fucker up here has found it. Go on, lad. I've received mail, apparently. I can't look at it though because I'm in combat. I think these portals just spawn up like in set places. Kind of super annoying. So there was one literally right there and it just disappeared before I got up here. So, oh, what a dick. Really? How big is this, Ah, there we go. So I'm assuming that's you, Chris, so... Yeah, I used to, well, I packed in smoking, about 2 years ago. I used to smoke rollies and that, and yeah, no, I feel a lot better for it. But you know, I went to Rome last year for a little bit, and I definitely had a couple of cheeky, had like a couple of cheeky fags while I was away, and that was bloody nice. Definitely enjoyed that. But I do miss it at times, but my wallet definitely doesn't miss it. I don't know what the prices are like over in Argentina. Did you say you were from, Benji? But here in the UK, for like 20 fags, for example, it's like fucking, it's around £10. So like, you know, would that be like 11 euros? I think maybe 12 euros, something like that. for that. No, pirates are awesome, mate. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that at all, so... Oh, sick! I got mail from someone who's watching the stream. How's it going? Thanks very much. Always nice to get mail, I think. It's always exciting. Except when you get to adult age, because then mail is like 90% bills and 5% wedding invitations to weddings you don't want to go to, and the other 5% is like birthday cards. Yay! But it's not my birthday yet, so I shall be getting none of those for a while. Should I tell you what, a little bit contrary. I don't know at this moment in time. Oh, they sent me 100 gold. I didn't notice that. That's really nice of you, whoever that was. Oh, see, good things can happen sometimes when you put your name out on the stream. So, thanks very much. That is in fact my first ever streamer tip, and even though it's in the form of in-game currency, I'm more than grateful for that. So. Right. Yes! I fucking got a bloody staff as a quest reward. Oh, it's a fucking healing staff. Unbelievable. Fair enough. Whatever. Cool. Right. That is as far as I can go for the time being. Like I said, I've got to go and make some din-dins now because I'm fucking hungry. But thank you very, very much for sticking with me this far. It's been awesome chatting to you guys. And I've had a blast doing it, but I will be continuing a little bit later after I've had some dinner and that. If you have enjoyed it, then remember to check out my other stuff and subscribe if you like what you see. There's also some links down below if you feel like helping out. You don't have to, but anything is rad. But thank you very, very much, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.